Hey folks, I'm your host Brett Rasmussen and you're watching Back to School, your guide to riding backcountry terrain Rasmussen style. In this episode, we'll be discussing body positioning while climbing. In technical terrain, it is essential to keep the nose of the sled down to maintain control as you advance through your chosen line. Do whatever it takes to keep the front end of the sled down. As soon as it starts to lift, the sled becomes much more difficult to manage. Slow speeds will cause the sled to trench, and that in itself will cause the front end to lift. Keeping the attitude of the sled under control is crucial. The rider will have to actively reposition themselves around on the sled as the terrain changes. If you are wrong foot forward and up on the sled where you need to be, you should be able to see the downhill ski dangling in the air. If you can't, you are not far enough forward. This position will keep the sled from turning upslope and lifting uncontrollably. If you get behind the balance point of the sled while in motion, it will be hard to get back to the balance point, especially if you're full throttle while driving up a steep slope. You need to be anticipating the upcoming terrain and take action the moment you feel the sled start to lift. This requires that you are up on the sled and ready to act. Other than rolling out of the throttle, if you are behind the sled, there will be nothing that can be done to prevent lift. At this point, you will lose momentum and either have to turn out of your climb or worse, may find yourself stuck. When the nose starts to lift, the key to completing your line is to correct the attitude of the snowmobile without losing momentum, or at least not sacrificing any more speed than is necessary. Keeping your free leg forward will give you the opportunity to step off and unweight the sled momentarily in a tight spot. This will allow the sled to accelerate. Be careful though, as this could put you behind the sled's balance point quickly. Sometimes it's just a matter of using your free leg to push out and kick the front of the sled sideways, leveling it at the same time. Pro tip: use the brake to set the sled and slow it momentarily by tapping the lever with one finger, allowing the rider to catch up. Exercise. You will be amazed at your ability to advance through the terrain as you practice staying up on the sled. Sled corrections will come much easier, and you will tend to increase momentum carrying you through the bottlenecks and tough spots. Thanks for watching Back to School. If you find these tutorials helpful and want the full experience, we'd love to have you join us on the mountain. Get details about our in-person clinics at riderasmussenstyle.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.